Alright, family, Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. Let's continue with 100 years of World Championship fights. June 15th, 1925, America's light heavyweight champion Gene Tunney knocks out St. Paul's heavyweight Tommy Gibbons. 12 rounds in New York's Madison Square Garden. Tommy Gibbons won 15 rounds in Shelby, Montana, with Manasseh Moeller, Jack Dempsey. Boring 15-round fight, but Gene Tunney takes it to another level as he knocks out Tommy Gibbons, who was the younger brother of Mike Gibbons. And let me just show you Tommy Gibbons trying to find some support to get himself up off the canvas. He cannot do so. In time, Gene Tunney is at a neutral corner. The referee would eventually stop the bout. As you can see here, Tommy Gibbons is on the canvas. Tunney's bid for a match with Dempsey after 12 rounds knockout of Tommy Gibbons. New York hails Greenwich Villager as the next heavyweight champion. Gibbons counted out, first time in his career. So I just wanted to show you that particular fight that took place June 15th, 1925. All right, so this is the last time I'm going to do this. You know, I'm very considerate. I'm showing you things. I don't have to because I moved on already from this series. But Friday, February 24th, 1927, I went through that fight with you between Bushy Graham and Rosenberg. As you can see here, Rosenberg loses his title on the scale. And I explained to you that he fought Bushy Graham. His name was Charlie Phil Rosenblum. And the commissioner had stripped him because he didn't make the weight. This is the entire article. It's a 5-page article. But I just wanted to put that in this series. All right, because I didn't show it to you when I spoke about it. All right, let's move on. I can be here for years showing you this stuff. I have 950 scrapbooks that are 50 pounds each. It's every single world championship fight that existed in every single country. So I'm just giving you somewhat of a background. Every fight, I have heard of every fighter on the planet for the most part. I've been doing this since I'm 7 years old. But I'm just sharing with you some fights that I don't know if you're going to find anyplace else. So, you know, hopefully you appreciate it. And I'll try and continue with this series. You know, if I don't see a lot of feedback, I may cut it short, but we'll continue. All right, so July 2nd, 1925, world middleweight champion Harry Greb and world welterweight champion, the toy bulldog Mickey Walker. These men were something else. They were something else. 15-round fight. It was the title defense of Harry Greb, his middleweight championship belt. And Mickey Walker would lose that fight. Now, at the end of the match, Walker and Greb gets into a shoving match at the end of the fight because Harry Greb went over to shake Mickey Walker's hand. And Mickey Walker didn't, he didn't want none of it. Because, see, the thing with Mickey Walker, he was tied to Al Capone because Jack Kearns was a middleman to Al Capone. And this is why there was a lot of Jack Dempsey, with Harry Wills and other fights that was never made. But the thing with Mickey Walker, he's from Elizabeth, New Jersey, he had a temper on him. And he was upset that he didn't win that fight. So when Harry Greb tried to shake hands with him, they got into a shoving match. And the referee, his name was Ed Purdy, he wound up getting knocked down while trying to break up that wrestling match. It was somewhat of a hold. And he would go down and he would crack his femur and a piece of his knee. So he was in the hospital for 7 days, and they investigated it. They didn't charge Harry Greb with that assault. It was both men were getting into a wrestling and shoving match, so they decided just to let it go. And unfortunately for the referee, Ed Purdy, he was in the hospital for about a week or so because he damaged his knee and his femur in the process. Unbelievable story, these two men. As a matter of fact, after, I think I shared this with you before, they went to a pub, and Mickey Walker kept heckling Harry Greb about the decision. And Harry Greb, if you're not convinced, I mean, we can figure this out however you want to, pretty much is what he was telling them. Walker said, let's have it. So they were going outside, and Greb tried to take his jacket off, and his arm got caught in the sleeve, and Walker just shoved him, and he went down, and then he got on top of him, and he was pounding him in the back of the head until he broke it out. These stories came from old-time historians that I know they were personally there. Some of them were, some of them, talks in the gym, but it was amazing, these two men. So let's go on to another world championship fight.